A Venom spin-off could be coming to PlayStation, Xbox take over the Las Vegas sphere, and the speedrunning dog called Peanut Butter. I'm Ash Dixon and this is GINX News. PlayStation fans are slinging and dancing today with the release of Marvel's Spider-Man 2, meaning as I speak, a whole ton of fans will be swinging their Spidey butts around New York City. It's the first game where you get to play as both Peter Parker and Miles Morales, and better yet, Venom is tagging along for the ride to sprinkle in some extra chaos. And it's Venom that's got a whole load of people excited, including the game's senior narrative director, John Paquette. So much so that in an interview with Insider, he's teased a potential spin-off game in the style of Spider-Man Miles Morales. He said, "So here's what we're doing. We're focused on Spider-Man 2, and what we're going to do is we're going to wait and see how the fans react. We're going to listen to the fans, and we're going to ask ourselves, okay, what do the fans really want?" He went on to speak about how the team drew inspiration from Venom's comic book history, which could also serve as inspiration for a Venom-centric story. And considering how cool some of Venom's powers look in Spider-Man 2, I can't imagine many people would say no to this. Though there will be those who don't want to see Insomniac bogged down as a studio that just pumps out Marvel games. We know they already have Wolverine in the works, and Spider-Man 3 seems like a no-brainer at this point, and considering how talented and efficient the team is, probably wouldn't take them long to get Venom done as well. But part of me would love to see what they would do with a new IP. I know they can make fantastic superhero games, so why not spice it up a bit? You might disagree though, let me know whether you would play a Venom game and how you're finding Spider-Man 2. If you found yourself over in Las Vegas in prep for TwitchCon this weekend, then there's a good chance that you would have seen the city skyline adorned in glorious green. That's because Microsoft is running a big Xbox advertising push right now, and to finish off the week, they've taken over the Las Vegas Sphere. The huge arena opened just last month and is fitted with 580,000 square feet of LED displays, and as you can see, it results in some rather incredible visual displays. Not only does the iconic green massively stand out, but they've thrown in some mind-boggling 3D looking visuals in there too. No idea how those work, and it makes sense that Microsoft are having a big celebration considering their Activision Blizzard deal went through last week. I guess painting a massive sphere green is a somewhat fitting representation of their future world domination. Let's head over to Overwatch 2 now, and sometimes in video games you get a very different experience depending on where you're playing. And no, I'm not saying some regions are miraculously less toxic. Don't be silly. No, I'm talking about language settings. That's because while the English voice lines for Widowmaker sound rather nondescript, the Japanese voice lines sound like this. That was a clip from Twitch streamer Fire, who seemed rather confused at the sound effects, and man, you can see why this has got some traction because it just got progressively worse throughout the video. And as you can imagine, the tweet has got a rather ungodly amount of bookmarks and a whole ton of people commenting saying that they'll be switching their game to Japanese, which is about the time that I'd whip out the spray bottle and say, no, bad thirsty little simps, stop it. But let's be honest, Blizzard knew what they were doing here. I mean, some of the damage sounds passable, like this one. But this one? Now that is a sound I'm not very familiar with, but I can tell you, it's not pain. Right, let's cleanse our palates, shall we? For our final story of the day, it's been announced that a dog will be competing in a speedrunning event. Now, human speedrunner JSR posted a video on Twitter explaining things, and you know what? Just have a little taste for yourself. Budget.
Last summer, a dog learned to speedrun. And this January, he's gonna do it again. As long as he's not too distracted and he gets a good treat. Awesome Games Done Quick has had speedrunners from all walks of life, from various countries, but GDQ has never had a doge perform on the big stage. Until now.
Man, rather adorable. The Shiba Inu is called Peanut Butter, and he's already completed the NES game Gyromite in 25 minutes and 29 seconds. Rookie numbers if you ask me. Hit me up when you hit sub 10, bro. Worse still, as you might have seen in the video, he didn't do all of it by himself. No, in fact, he had a human helping him along by putting treats on a special paddle controller. I'm starting to think Peanut Butter doesn't even like Gyromite. I could be wrong, but apparently that's good enough to attend the event Games Done Quick, which takes place between the 14th and 21st of January. Over 140 games will be speedrun. played, including Dark Souls 2 and Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's raised over $14 million for charities including CARE, Doctors Without Borders and the Malala Fund, and last year's event raised over $2.5 million for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. So it's all going to a good cause. So if you like dog speed running or just enjoyed making this messed up world a generally better place, then you can check it out over at gamesdonequick.com. I'll cut Peanut Butter some slack here. He's clearly more skilled than my family dog Eddie, famed for barking loudly all the time and literally eating shit. From the mighty wolf to that. Jesus. Look at him. Pathetic. Good thing we have Peanut Butter redeeming the species. And that's the show. Give us a like, sub, and comment. Before I went on holiday, some of you were saying some real nice things, and man, it was good for my crumbling self-esteem. Some more of that, please. Check out yesterday's video right here. Have a glorious weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.